Alright guys, coming up in today's video, a bombshell has been dropped that could put me out of business from Global News' blog. Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Sellers, do not watch this video as I need to provide for my family. Coming up next. Alright guys, Michael Jacobczak here, and as I said, a bombshell has been dropped. The cat is out of the bag. Global News dropped an article talking about buyers submitting letters to sellers in order to hedge their bet or hedge their offer when in, obviously a multiple offer situation, which if you've been following the Toronto market for the last couple of years, it's been very competitive. You're seeing multiple offers on most properties. This year, more so on the lower end of the market, which would be under $1 million. But they're talking about, I'm going to put the article in the description so you can reference it. But this is not good news for buying agents because although most of the time buyers submit these letters with their offers, it's coming from a genuine, place in the buyer's heart that they're trying to connect with the seller, maybe on an emotional side, talking about why they love the property, the neighborhood, just their emotions walking through the property, what they're feeling, why they want it so much. The list goes on. Now, why is this a bad thing, you say? Well, like I said, most of the time, these letters are very genuine. But then it brings us to the real estate agents that use every trick in the book to try to hedge their clients' offers, to get their clients' offer accepted. And I'll tell you right now, whether or not I'm one of those people, who knows? But I'll tell you right now, this is a strategy. Like I said, to me, sales is sales. Negotiation tactics are, all part of the game. And I'll tell you right now, does, this strategy work? It does. Not all the time, obviously, because some people, all about the money, honey. And if you don't have enough money, it's just not going to get done. But this brings us into different aspects of the offer. Like I said, some people are not always too concerned about the final number. And there's other conditions and terms that obviously sellers will play into. And like I said, there is an emotional side when it comes down to sellers selling their property. I find it works really well when you have someone that's obviously been in the property for quite some time, maybe grew up there, a little bit older. They have a big connection with the property. Like I said, on the same time, if it's an investment and the people have owned it for a year, 2 years, they probably could care less about these letters, right? At the end of the day, they're moving for a reason, or they bought it as an investment. They could care less. They're probably more fixated on final price. But when we are dealing with someone that's obviously fit in the narrative of lived in the property for quite some time, grew up there, yada yada yada, these offers, at the end of the day, bring a lot of value to buying offers, right? So to me, I am not against this tactic. To me, it's a strong tactic. And like I said, it's something that everyone should be using if it's going to work. It's not going to hurt your offer at the end of the day, right? So I always tell my clients, if you're up for it, please submit it because it might work. Like I said, I have gotten offers accepted under the highest offer. And sometimes it does, a lot of times these offers with these letters work, right? So, because at the end of the day, they leave an impression, and you're trying to stand out, especially if you're dealing with 4 or 5 offers on a property. So, it's a tactic that, like I said, I use. Some other agents probably use it. To me, anyone, that says, hey, this is kind of like, you're manipulating and all that, I'll tell you right now, in business, sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. It's not for everybody. I don't recommend everyone doing it because it's not, if it's not playing into your type of business dealings, then, don't worry about it. But there are agents that at the end of the day do use different tactics and have no problem doing it because they're in it for closing deals. You know, they're paid to get the job done. And like I said, we only get paid if the deal's going through. And if our client wants that deal, we're going to make sure we get it. So interesting that Global News is bringing attention to this because like I said, obviously if they're bringing awareness to this, it's a tactic that may not always work, and it might eventually, you bring enough awareness to something, it takes the authenticity away from it, and then at the end of the day, not good. So, like, comment. I'd like to hear your comments on this, guys. Is this a tactic you would use? If not, why not? And like I said, put it in the below. I'll gladly listen and reply. And like I said, if not, catch you in the next one. All right? I'm out. Later.